Hey everybody, it's Ed the Trainer back again with you for our Tips on Tuesday. I want to talk this week about the recent run of very good quality customer service reports that we've seen and the fact that we're seeing very familiar names from week to week filling up these reports with complimentary comments from our borrowers. It's no mistake that the same names continually pop up on these reports. And if you're going to ask any of these loan originators as to what they're doing, what their secret is, it's really no secret. I would imagine most of them would just tell you that they're doing their job. And their job includes communicating with their borrower the details of their loan without overpromising. Calling your borrower back when you promise to call your borrower back, being polite, being professional, being responsive. That's one of the terms that we see all over all of these different ratings sites that we are a part of. Responsiveness. The borrower calls us, we return the call in a very short period of time. They email us, we return that email in a very short period of time. We're not always going to give the borrower the exact answer they're looking for. In fact, we should set expectations to the point where we're not overpromising, and that's a tune that you've heard me sing over and over again. The problem is that a lot of us, because we're afraid of saying no to our borrower, we want to, string the loan along a little bit further because we're hoping, keeping our fingers crossed that there is something we can do for that borrower. We wind up leaving that borrower with a bad taste in their mouth. The problem with this is that these reviews leave a bad taste for the borrower, for the entire company, not just us. All right? Very simple little things that we can tweak. If you're not finding that you're having great success in terms of customer service, it's just the attitude that we're using. I'll give you a little anecdote in terms of my personal experience over the weekend in two very ordinary transactions. The other afternoon, I went to the Burger King drive-thru just to get a cup of coffee. And I asked for a caramel mocha coffee, and they told me immediately, we don't have that. When I made the order, we don't have that. They didn't say I'm sorry. They didn't offer up any different options for me. They just said, we don't have that. And I sat at the drive-thru waiting for them to offer me other options and didn't get it, and finally just ordered a regular coffee and drove out of there with a very bad experience. The same scenario a couple of days later, taking my kids through Chick-fil-A's drive-thru, and for some of you who are familiar with the Chick-fil-A customer service model, they're extremely customer-centered and focused. Right? We made an order, we didn't have something that they needed, and they apologized profusely and asked me if there's anything else that they could do for me. And they subsequently gave my kids a free dessert as a result of not being able to fulfill one little piece of the order, rather than just saying to me, I'm sorry, we don't have that, and standing waiting for me to make my next decision. Now, something as simple as this and as ordinary an example as that is, guys, it's what we do every day. When we talk to the borrower on the phone, remember, they're looking to us. They're looking to us to lead them down the path to help them out of a very tough situation in a lot of cases. If you're doing a purchase transaction, most of those borrowers have never bought a house before. They don't know the process, and we've got to lead them down that path. We can't treat them as if they should know the answers to their questions already. We can't forget to return phone calls or not call back when we promise to call back. Very little things that wind up resulting when you perform in these positive reviews, the great feedback for the company. Again, little tweaks to what we're already doing. If you're struggling with customer service and you don't find yourself with the same type of feedback, just make the little tweaks, little adjustments to what you're doing every day. We'll see you next week.